Excitement surrounding the Sony FX3 II is far from simple speculation or fan-driven hype, because it is increasingly supported by a combination of credible leaks, trusted insider chatter, supply chain whispers, and even regulatory filings that strongly suggest Sony is actively developing a next-generation compact cinema camera designed to sit above and refine what the FX3 started, with many sources pointing toward a late 2025 release window that could make it one of the most talked about professional video cameras of the year, especially for filmmakers, documentarians, YouTubers, commercial shooters, and hybrid creators who demand cinema-grade performance in a small, lightweight body. And what makes this moment especially compelling is that Sony appears to have a rare opportunity to directly respond to long-standing feedback from FX3 users by addressing limitations that, while not deal-breakers, left the original camera feeling slightly restrained compared to its full potential. Because while the FX3 earned widespread praise for its compact, cage-free design, excellent low-light performance, fast and reliable autofocus, and seamless integration into the E-mount ecosystem, many creators felt that the absence of features like internal RAW recording, open gate capture, built-in ND filters, and more advanced monitoring tools prevented it from fully competing with other cinema-focused offerings in its class. And if the rumors surrounding the FX3 II prove accurate, this camera may represent far more than a routine refresh, instead emerging as a decisive evolution that could solidify Sony's dominance in the compact cinema camera segment by blending portability with uncompromised professional functionality, with early expectations suggesting that the FX3 II will retain the design philosophy that made the FX3 so popular while refining nearly every aspect of usability, durability, and workflow efficiency, including improved body construction with stronger integrated mounting points, enhanced weather sealing for demanding outdoor environments, and subtle ergonomic tweaks such as refined button placement, better tactile feedback, and improved balance for handheld shooting, gimbal work, and long-form productions, all of which would directly benefit run and gun filmmakers, solo operators, and small production teams who rely on speed and reliability. While thermal management is another area rumored to see meaningful improvement, as the FX3's internal cooling fan was effective, but not ideal for ultra-quiet shooting scenarios like interviews, documentaries, or narrative filmmaking, leading to speculation that the FX3 II could introduce a redesigned fan system with lower noise output or possibly a more advanced passive cooling solution that maintains high recording limits without compromising audio capture. And display technology is also expected to take a step forward, potentially borrowing from Sony's latest Alpha series advancements with a fully articulating, cable-friendly LCD that can tilt, flip, and rotate freely even when HDMI, XLR modules, or external monitors are attached, which would significantly improve usability for vloggers, vertical content creators, and filmmakers shooting in tight spaces. While one of the most exciting rumored additions is the inclusion of built-in electronic ND filters, a feature traditionally reserved for larger cinema cameras and broadcast systems. And if implemented, this alone could dramatically streamline on-set workflows by allowing creators to adjust exposure instantly without relying on external filter stacks or matte boxes, making the FX3 II an even more attractive option for fast-paced shooting environments, travel filmmaking, and documentary work. And on the imaging side, expectations are high that Sony will move beyond the FX3's 12.1 megapixel sensor, with many insiders pointing toward a new 6K capable sensor that offers a sweet spot between resolution, rolling shutter control, dynamic range, and low light performance, enabling sharper oversampled 4K footage, improved reframing options, and more flexibility in post-production. While more ambitious rumors have even floated the possibility of a global shutter sensor to completely eliminate rolling shutter artifacts, though most industry observers acknowledge that such a move could involve trade-offs in dynamic range and low light sensitivity, making faster readout speeds and higher frame rate options a more realistic and still highly impactful upgrade, especially for slow motion, action, and cinematic motion capture. And autofocus performance is another area where the FX3 II is expected to shine. as Sony's rapid advancements in AI-driven subject recognition, already seen in flagship models like the Alpha 1 and Alpha 9 series, are likely to trickle down, bringing more intelligent face, eye, body, and subject tracking that adapts dynamically to movement and scene changes. Which would be invaluable for solo filmmakers who need dependable focus without a dedicated focus puller. But perhaps the most transformative rumored features are open gate recording and internal RAW capture, because open gate would allow creators to utilize the full sensor area, offering unmatched flexibility for reframing content across widescreen, vertical, square, and social-first formats without sacrificing resolution, while internal RAW recording would eliminate the need for bulky external recorders, simplifying rigs, reducing power consumption, and making the FX3 II a more self-contained cinema solution. And beyond these headline features, additional enhancements being discussed include 32-bit float audio recording support via Sony's XLR handle, improved in-camera monitoring tools such as false color, waveform, and vector scope, deeper LUT integration with expanded monitoring and baking options, and possibly even factory-installed cinematic LUTs optimized for S-Log3 workflows to speed up turnaround times for professional productions, all of which point toward a camera that is not merely compact but genuinely capable of handling high-end commercial, narrative, and documentary work. And taken together, these rumored upgrades paint a picture of the Sony FX3 II as a serious professional powerhouse rather than just a convenient secondary camera, suggesting that Sony is aiming to close the gap between small-form cinema cameras and larger, more expensive systems. And what truly fuels excitement among creators is the sense that Sony understands how modern content creation has evolved, recognizing that today's filmmakers need cameras that can adapt seamlessly to YouTube, cinematic productions, live streaming, vertical video, and multi-platform delivery without forcing compromises in quality or workflow. And for those already invested in Sony's E-mount lenses and ecosystem, the FX3 II could feel like the natural next step. While for creators considering a switch from other brands, it might represent the tipping point that finally convinces them to move over. Because if the FX3 II delivers on even most of these expectations, it has the potential to redefine what a compact cinema camera can be, blurring the line between portability and full professional capability in a way that few cameras have managed before. And as anticipation continues to build, the Sony FX3 II is shaping up not just as a successor to the FX3, but as a bold statement about the future of compact cinema filmmaking, leaving one big question on everyone's mind. Will it live up to the hype and truly set a new standard? Or will it simply refine what already exists? And either way, the conversation around this camera shows just how influential Sony's cinema line has become in shaping the tools creators rely on today.